Happy Sunday, and welcome to Sync, the weekly news show revolving around the gaming industry for the week of March 1st through March 6th, 2020. Make sure to check the timestamps in the description to bounce around. If you look at the bottom of the screen, the yellow bar fills up as the story progresses. If you don't care for a specific story, feel free to skip around so you know exactly when the next story starts. And of course, all sources will be in the description. My name is Ponyb0i. Let's get started. Valve's Half-Life Alyx had a few previews released this week showing off the VR gameplay and combat. A solid 12 minutes of the opening mission is up on IGN and shows off a fluid VR experience with a lot of attention to detail. The preview showed off dialogue from the protagonist, Alyx Vance, signifying a true departure from the silent Freeman of the main series. With the release date approaching on the 23rd of March, Valve is gearing up to make Alyx a game worthy of the Half-Life name. Tuesday came with a surprise drop of the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, showing off the overhauled visuals and combat of the long-awaited remake. The demo includes the entire first mission of the game, which will give fans a taste of what the game will be like when it releases later this year. The models and detail in the environments really show the scope much better than the original PlayStation ever could. If you want to give it a shot, the demo is available in the PlayStation Store right now. The not-so-secret next project of Riot Games, Valorant, was previewed to a few press outlets this week. Their new character-based FPS, similar to games like Overwatch, promises a breath of fresh air to a genre that desperately needs it. The game has no date for release yet, but with the website up and promotional material out there, it's safe to say that the game isn't too far off the horizon, with summer 2020 being mentioned. With a new expansion releasing at the end of March, we saw Digital Extremes, the developers of Warframe, outline their goals for an overhauled Warframe this past Tuesday. With major and minor changes to the fundamental systems released Thursday, the devs are working toward a game that is friendly to new and veteran players alike. Operation Scarlet Spear releases at the end of this month, and a whole new host of content will follow throughout the year. Definitely something to keep your eye on if you're into Warframe. The long-awaited Hideo Kojima masterclass in walking across an open expanse is coming to PC on June 2nd of this year, along with some neat Half-Life inclusions like a headcrab hat shown off at the end of the trailer. The game will launch with the infamous de nouveau copy protection. Regardless, it's nice to see these console exclusives coming to PC. Bungie released a trailer on Tuesday of the next content drop for Destiny 2. The Season of the Worthy tasked the player base with stopping an impending doomsday threat that's heading straight for Earth. By arming the ancient warmind Rasputin, the Guardians will come together to save the city. This season also marks the return of Trials of Osiris, a community favorite PvP activity. Season of the Worthy goes live on March 10th. This week also brought the release of the first expansion for The Division 2. The Warlords of New York tasks Division agents with returning to New York City to investigate reports of a Division agent gone rogue. Along with a massive roadmap being developed by Massive Entertainment, the future of the Division is looking bright, even with all those endgame dark zones. After a short surprise trailer last Monday showing Master Chief leaving Stasis, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary is available for the PC Master Chief Collection, live on both Steam and Xbox Game Pass. If you already bought the game, you'll find it ready to download when you log in next. Otherwise, it's $10 for the standalone game. Microsoft hasn't released a timeline outside of 2020 for the rest of the collection, but we will keep you updated. A surprise surely to spook. A groovy new DLC released for Luigi's Mansion, ready to go and available for purchase from the eShop. Take control of Luigi and Goo Luigi to hunt down some striking specters and clean up the mansion. Nintendo has no announcement when Part 2 will be released, but fans can hop into Part 1 today. The third-person roguelike Risk of Rain 2 has a sweet update coming to PC on March 31st. The new Artifacts update is near the end of their initial roadmap, promising a rework to the artifact system, a new stage, some new bosses, and new items for players to scour the world for. This fast-paced game will keep you coming back for more, no matter how many times you die. Check it out when it launches on March 31st. Director Yoko Taro, creator of Nier Automata, put out a short tweet expressing his interest in celebrating the anniversary of Nier Gestalt and Nier Replicant on the 29th. Square Enix producer Yosuke Saito followed up, which shows something is in the works. This follows the cancellation of the Nier musical that was scheduled for this month. Hopefully we can get some news about another game. Now this game announcement came out of nowhere, and it looks fantastic. Publisher Nason and developer Teon made sure everyone knew this is the first monster truck simulator on both PC and console. The game boasts a heavy emphasis on realism and in-depth driving mechanics, with 25 circuits and 18 different vehicles lined up for launch. Monster Truck Championship is aimed for an autumn 2020 release, roughly a week after GOG changed their refund policy from 48 hours to 30 days. The game storefront owned by CD Projekt Red is facing a bit of backlash from the developers who are not warned of this change. As quoted from Red Thread Games founder Ragnar Tornquist in the Eurogamer article below, there was no heads up from GOG. I learned about the new refund policy when the world learned about the new refund policy. Most games sold through GOG are DRM free, so a lax refund policy seems open to abuse. CD Projekt Red has asked its users to not abuse the system. SteamVR, the main UI powering the HTC Vive and the Valve Index, got a major update this week ahead of the release of Half-Life Alyx, along with a redesigned user interface, usability, and a new dashboard that integrates all the different features of SteamVR. This update brings 2 new explorable areas to anyone who has pre-ordered Half-Life Alyx that shows off 2 early areas of the game. Although limited in function, both areas provide a nice little demo of what's to come. Valve plans to bring the Index in stock Monday, March 9th, starting at 10 AM Pacific. They expect to sell quickly, so be prepared to click that refresh button if you want the full experience. Other VR headsets, such as the Oculus Quest, will also work day 1. 10 years after its announcement, Black Mesa, the mod-turned-sanctioned remaster, returned to the labs of Black Mesa in a fully retextured and remodeled version of Valve's classic Half-Life. Our writer has played several iterations of the beta and the ending Zen world levels. He says it is like playing the game again for the first time. Experience the tense and thrilling gameplay in an all-new light as the game exits early access March 5th. If you've never played the original, this is absolutely a great place to start. Sony once again showing off the bonuses of PlayStation Plus with a huge lineup of games coming this month. Control and Wolfenstein 2 are definitely the standouts here, with the Shadow of the Tomb Raider a nice addition for anyone looking for a good adventure game to play. Both Tomb Raider and Control will be playable until August 31st, so be quick to pick them up before they go away. March comes with gifts for the Xbox users too, with Xbox Game Pass getting a calendar for March showing off Ori and the Will the Wisps, the sequel to the indie title turned hit platformer, along with NBA 2K20 and Train Sim World. March has a short list of titles, but a little something for everyone. The release of Ori and the Will the Wisps continues Microsoft's tradition of releasing games on Game Pass Day 1. Microsoft's lineup fits the first half of the month, with an announcement of more titles to come. Konami released a neat gem onto app stores this week. The classic Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, received a polished up port onto mobile. Our team of playtesters said it runs pretty well, and is best played with a controller. Feel free to connect one up and hunt down Dracula. It is a pleasant little port that fans of the series will enjoy. However, there are still some bugs in the Android release, so look for updates at the links below. Following the release of Jedi Fallen Order last year, another Star Wars project was leaked onto the European PSN registry. Found by a Twitter bot, the game Maverick is rumored to be a smaller, more unique title. An image was also leaked, showing a placeholder title card and an emphasis on the ships within the Star Wars universe. EA has it listed as a non-VR multiplayer title. This follows a comment from last summer that EA Motive is working on a very unique Star Wars title for the next generation of consoles. With Respawn Interactive getting to work on Jedi Fallen Order 2, it's good to know we might see 2 Star Wars titles in the near future. Ghosts of Tsushima, the new title from Sucker Punch Productions, got a story trailer this week. Ghosts shows off brutal combat juxtaposed with beautifully woven narrative and fantastic visuals. Jin Sakai, the main protagonist, will embark on a journey to protect the freedom of the city of Tsushima and its citizens. Overall, this game looks superb and is the studio's first game since 2014's infamous Second Son and First Light. The game is set to launch on the PS4 starting June 26th. For our next trailer, we have the return of Prinny 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch, a side-scrolling platformer from the PSP era that is actually really hard despite its cute look. The dark comedy and high death counts are being brought to a new age of gaming, with the highest difficulty offering players 1,000 lives to complete the game. Along with remastered graphics, Prinny 1 and 2 Exploded and Reloaded comes to Switch this fall. Last weekend, game conference PAX East had a few showcases and demos that caught our eye. First, gameplay was shown for the Destroy All Humans remake, which shows off new voice acting, old humor, and a trove of quirky gameplay that the series is known for. The full gameplay of the first level is linked below. Next, both Nintendo and Bethesda showed off their upcoming releases. Nintendo had a booth where tenants could play a timed demo of the upcoming Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Bethesda showed off Doom Eternal with a 13-minute gameplay demo, showcasing the level Fortress of Doom with developer commentary. To round off the PAX coverage, Fall Guys, an indie game I'm very excited for, had another showcase. Lastly, Baldur's Gate 3 was shown off to audiences, highlighting the work Larry Ann Studios has done to bring the series to the 21st century. To round out this episode, we have a list of all the upcoming releases for March, and here are some highlights. Ori and the Will the Wisps will be out March 11th for PC and Xbox One. Nioh 2 comes out on March 13th. Animal Crossing, New Horizons, and Doom Eternal are both out on March 20th, with Doom Eternal's Switch port coming out later this year. Half-Life Alyx releases on the 23rd, coming to just about any modern Oculus or Valve headset. That is Sync for the week of March 1st to March 8th. Our team will do our best to bring you the quality and quick content we strive for. With that said, what are you playing this week? Again, all sources are in the description below, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next week here at Sync. I'm Ponyb0i, and until next time, stay gold.